Are you worried about your finances? Are you worried on how to maybe make your studying in the US more affordable once you make it to the campus? Are you perhaps lost at what can I do to find scholarships or resources to bring those costs of attendance down? If any of these questions apply to you, you're basically wondering, can I make my financial situation stable enough to study in the US? And the short answer I have to give to you is yes. There are a multitude of ways to make sure that your financial situation, regardless of where it stands, can match up to a budget in the US at a college or a university. That's exactly what we do here at Epro 360. We will sit down with you and we'll analyze what are some of the budget constraints that you bring to the table, what are some of the areas of study that you want to pursue, and even some of the geographic locations in terms of preferences that can maybe accommodate those needs, that desire. And if we want to look very quickly at some formal or informal ways of reducing your costs, we can very simply identify, first of all, scholarships to international students. That is, I think, one of the easiest ways to get free money, or free is what they call it from the institution standpoint, because you don't have to actually give that back. And it is a great way of funding your international studies. However, it probably will only fund partial of the cost. It won't completely fund your studies. So you do have to account for some of your own expenses. But if you move down the line, then you have work on campus. Again, I think this is one of the most overlooked options in the US. Working on campus is so easy and it pays quite well that any student can possibly do it. And don't forget, if you're not taking classes, if you have some type of break, whether that's Christmas break, spring break, or even the summer break, you can work up to 40 hours per week. You could earn normal salary in the US, which will go a long way when you are saving that money up for your studies. So that's another great resource to, again, bring those costs down and make sure you're not going over your intended budget. Last but not least, you also have research grants within the university or the department of your study. If you do find a professor that is carrying out some form of research or some form of study and you are willing to participate in that, they will find resources to help fund you to dedicate that time to that study. That is actually very similar to what a GA position will become for graduate students. If you are at a graduate level and you're about to go to the US, don't forget to look into the graduate assistantship department to see if there are any assistantships available in your department or similar departments. As an example, a lot of international admissions departments will seek out their own international students to hire them as assistants in that department with an assistantship to help communicate with other international students. It's so much easier if, as a German or as an Italian or as a Spaniard or as an Argentinian, you actually have somebody of that nationality on campus to answer those questions, whether it's through email, video calls, or in person. It just makes a difference. So that's why a lot of international admissions departments are plagued with international students themselves working for the university. And that comes with great benefits. Not only are they paying you a stipend, they don't call it a paycheck, they call it a stipend, a monthly stipend. They will also cover part of the tuition costs, and in some cases, they'll also cover the medical health insurance of the university's plan. So it's all benefits, and going to the US opens up so many other doors that perhaps you haven't even thought of that are just one step away. So if you want to learn more about how to make studying in the US a possibility, then don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this one, but also feel free to reach out to epro360.com for a free consultation, and that way we can better assess if your profile can be successful in the United States.